Hello everyone, Paul from Tuscan Toy Guide here. Thanks for tuning in for another episode on art history. This time we're going to talk about the Führer Museum and how Hitler, after having conquered the world, wanted to open up his own museum in his hometown in Linz in Austria. But before we get there, I want to promote my Zoom talk on July 11th, Saturday, July 11th, 2020 at noon Eastern Standard Time. Please make sure you send an email for availability. There's a small fee involved to join, but please do so. There was a great success on the first Zoom meeting about it, so we're going to try for a second one. So let's get into it. It all starts off when Hitler wanted to avoid going to World War I as a soldier in the late 1920s. He was an artist, or he thought he was an artist, better than me, that's for sure. So check out what he did in his teenage years of his life. This is actually a courtyard in Munich that he drew when he was in Munich. You will talk about how the committee at the University of Vienna thought this painting was and how they thought Hitler was as a painter. It goes into an obsession that Hitler had throughout the entire World War II. And here he is in front of a model that he had made in his hometown in Linz. And this is the Danube River. And this is actually a huge, immense model that he had made over and over and over. And he would obsess with it with all of his SS soldiers throughout World War II. We'll get into all the detail about this in the Zoom meeting. Here he is in the Uffizi Gallery with Mussolini in 1938, and this is where his idea truly started exploding about how immense he wanted his museum to be. The Ponte Vecchio was saved by an SS Nazi soldier, believe it or not, and as you know, I'm sure many of you have been or have seen the Ponte Vecchio, and up top here there's a private hallway that the Medicis had built in the 1500s, but these three big windows were built by Mussolini for Hitler's visit in 1939 in order for him to see all the artwork that we had in the Ponte Vecchio. Here's a David getting covered in 1942 with all the bricklayers, just in case of Allied bombs. We're scared of Allied bombs here, not Nazi bombs. And this Baltimore estate owned by the Vanderbilts in North Carolina also had a lot to do with World War II and the art and all of the importance that art had part in during World War II. Keller, Dean Keller, he's one of the Monuments Men, not mentioned in the film with George Clooney and Matt Damon, but he was one of the most important influential Monuments Men from New Haven, Connecticut, pulled out of his classroom at Yale University. He was teaching, and he was made an officer in the 5th Division of the Army to help the soldiers that were going to Europe know where not to drop bombs in order to not destroy artwork. This is a very cool picture of the destruction of Campo di Marte, a train station in Florence. And you can see the Duomo down here, and this is Santa Croce. Here's the main train station, Santa Maria Novella, and right down here you have the Fortezza. But it was precise bombing on behalf of the Allied troops, which made Eisenhower, FDR, and Churchill very, very happy, so that we finally have systematic bombing and not have to destroy many pieces of works of art. Here's Dean Keller again, once he found the Primavera in one of the massive villas on the outskirts of Florence that was hidden. And the Ponte Vecchio, again, was saved, again, from explosion from a Nazi soldier. And these, actually, Nazi soldiers had already mined the Ponte Vecchio, and it was ready to blow, but it actually never did. And this is the last picture I'm going to show you in this quick video about a Jeep that has art on it with an American flag, because the American troops were the ones responsible to bring back the artwork in Florence with the Primavera and the Michelangelos and many other awesome pieces of art that we could enjoy today when we go to Florence. So, once again, I encourage you to send me an email for the Zoom talk on July 11th at noon Eastern Standard Time. Send me a message, see if there's availability, and I hope to see you then. Hey, make sure you subscribe right down here, okay? And give me some thumbs up. Thank you so very much for having followed. Take care. Bye-bye.